God, 'cause love is running through my veins. Oh, this line can't be tamed. There's fire in my blood. Burn.
Right then, hello everyone, and welcome back to the Assetto Corsa Offline Championship here for round 3 of the Formula E Championship at Circuit Gilles Villeneuve for the Montréal ePrix. Yes, Formula E visits its first permanent circuit here in Montreal. We're just located outside the city of Montreal, just about a hop and a skip ahead. From the one of the biggest cities in Canada, so I guess we have the right to call this the Montreal ePrix. We've got about 14 minutes of qualifying just ahead of us. I think it should be, and then it's, I believe, 8 minutes of Super Pole. I think it should be. That is just me winging it. I also forgot this is not our first permanent circuit, it's our second, actually. We were at the Dubai ePrix, so we continue the trend with permanent circuits. We were supposed to visit a street circuit today, but issues with the track prompted us to come here instead. So we're still racing in Canada. It's going to be very, very nice. And yeah, Jake Tillisley is on his outlap. Obviously, the boys who competed in IndyCar will have some form of familiarity around this circuit, as they've raced here before in IndyCar, so we get to see Formula E here. And next week we get to see Formula 1 here again. Very exciting, I'm sure. But yeah, as we see Jake Tillisley then, as he's just starting his lap of the Circuit Gilles Villeneuve, this would be a good time to go through the circuit. So the Circuit Gilles Villeneuve first opened in 1978. It was called the Ile Notre Dame Circuit, obviously named after oh god. Oh, sorry, my Discord's acting up a bit. But yeah, it was opened in 1978, and obviously, it was later named the Circuit Gilles Villeneuve after his very untimely death, obviously. So it was named in honor of the great Canadian driver who won for Ferrari, obviously. Then, obviously, Formula 1 used to come here first in 1978. So in the same year it was open, Formula 1 used to come here. And it has remained the only series that still runs to this day. There's been series like the World Sports Car Championship that came here in 1990. Champ Car used to come here, the precursor to IndyCar. NASCAR also used to come here, and some more sports car series, but it's mostly just been Formula 1 that's remained here. But now, as we're gonna watch Jake Tillisley, as he will just round the start-finish straight. He sets a 142.331. So as the time, or the 42, should I say? I think it's at 43. Thunjaton Konkum goes faster than him, about 5/10 faster. That should be. Hua Min Nguyen, who's got a new teammate. We'll talk about that later today. Nick Tander goes faster than everyone at the moment. Matthew Falcon, P3 it is, for the man from Poland, Balint Zolga. And Halil Shahin, the two Neos, P2 and P3 right now. They go down a position as Giulia Chisetti slots just behind Nick Tander at the moment. The current championship leader, obviously, in the Nissan Edams. We'll see how she comes out of Montreal as she's battling both Tobias Schwulenberg for Porsche and Remus McGregor for Audi. As McGregor actually gets himself ahead of Chisetti there by about 100th of a second. But remember, this is only the group stages, so remember the top 8 advance to Superpole. So yeah, we'll see how that goes. Tobias Schwulenberg currently there in P16. That is not really where he wants to be at the moment. We'll see though if he can get himself into Superpole today. Erki Nytt, P14 it is for him. And there is the man making his debut in Formula E today, Nilo Alside for Finland. He's replacing Bironas Logidelis, who announced his retirement, as Ari Soila goes P4. But yeah, Bironas Logidelis, who announced his retirement. Let's look at that. Anton Råberg actually goes fastest. The man who struggled quite a lot in Dubai has gone fastest at the moment with all 24 times on the board. Thunjaton Konkum gets himself up to P3 as well. So your top 8 at the moment is Anton Råberg, Nick Tander, as Tander actually goes fastest at the moment, goes faster than his teammate Råberg. So it's Envision Virgin Racing 1-2 at the moment, followed by Thunjaton Konkum, Erik Adelberg, Remus McGregor, Ari Soilu, Giulia Chisetti, and Halil Shahin. Very nice stuff from Halil Shahin as he gets himself up at P3. As Giulia Chisetti responds, she goes fastest out of the bunch at the moment. Koloman Rus can't quite get himself into Superpole just yet as he goes P9. Remus McGregor, P7 at the moment as Erik Adelberg goes up 1 position. McGregor will cross the line, he goes P3. Tobias Schwulenberg though, he's down in P23. He's the only one of the top 3 who's not in Superpole at the moment, as Ankaya, Clifton and Curtis also the improvements. Tobias Schwulenberg across the line, he's still last place. That is not good for him, as Courtney Simpson, the man in the Audi Sport Team Apt car, or Audi Sport Apt, I'm still used to the DTM terms, as Nilo Alside goes P5, and that is going to be very good for him, as on his FE debut, currently 5th place. Ari Soilu will cross the line, he goes P4, pushes Thunjaton Konkum out, as Anton Råberg reclaims the fastest spot from Giulia Chisetti. He looks to be very good on the pace today, as Abrar Chowdhury, P11, Thunjaton Konkum goes P2 in the Rocket Venturi Racing. Huang Min Nguyen in the Mercedes. Let's see if he can equal his teammate at least. He can't just yet, as Nick Tander reclaims the fastest spot from teammate Råberg. We're getting into the 140s now, as Tander sets a 140.850. Toby Schwulenberg, who's currently in last place, is being held up by, I think that is Talal Nugali, who's currently in P23. So Schwulenberg is not getting any good running here, unfortunately for him. Koloman Rus goes P7, knocks Halil Shahin out the Superpole. Remus McGregor, who gets demoted down to P6 as his former DTM championship rival Erik Adelberg with P3. It's P4 for Adelberg as McGregor now goes fastest. The Scotsman takes his turn to be on the top spot, as we see a lot of improvements. Aaron Curtis in this little group with the 2 Diaz Tachitas. Curtis gets himself into P11 as Henry J. Brown goes into P13. The man who took pole in Dubai can't quite do it here, as Nilo Alside goes P6 ahead of Giulia Chisetti. Koloman Rus might be on a good lap time here. So look at that, he's actually gone faster in the middle sector. So we'll wait and see what the man from Slovakia is capable of, as he will make his way onto the hairpin, turn number 10. This corner actually has a name, but it's in French, and I do really not want to attempt pronouncing it in French. So, yeah. As you see there, Rus through the middle sector. I think that was the first sector where he set the fastest sector time. But this could be a good lap time from Coleman Rus as his teammate Matthew Falcon goes P11. Let's see if Coleman Rus can get himself into Superpole with this lap as he makes his way around the final chicane. As Coleman Rus will just about cross the line now, and he will go fastest out of anyone at the moment. 140.743 for Coleman Rus. That is sure to get him into Superpole with about 5 minutes to go, but you can never call it this early, obviously. Formula E is a very, very close series. Ari Soiro sitting happy in P6. He scored his first Formula E podium last time out at the second Dubai ePrix. He'll be hoping for much of the same here at Montreal. Courtney Simpson, P10, I don't know where I got that from. P10, that is, just behind his former F1 teammate, Giulia Cesetti. As Ari Soilo, the man from Finland, who's now got a fellow compatriot on the grid, he will cross the line. He goes P2 for Porsche. That is very good from him. As Tobias Schwulenberg is just about to start his lap. Finally, he's in a bit of free air, so I think he could push on this lap and maybe get himself out of last place, because I don't think the championship contender wants to be in P24. Giulia Cesetti, who's currently in P9, chasing another Superpole appearance, as we will go on board with the Italian in the middle sector, about a 10th off Coleman Rus, so looking to be an improvement in the first sector at the moment. Now on to turns 8 and 9, the chicane. Then she will make her way on to turn 10, the hairpin. As you can just see how incredibly close the times are on the board at the moment, especially for Superpole. So still anyone's game for Superpole, as Cesetti makes her way around turn 10. Time in the middle sector, about 2/10 off, so I don't think we're going to see much. I think we're going to see an improvement, but not by a lot either way, as Cesetti makes her way down the casino straight. Talan Negali goes P12, and Adam Wolf slots into P11. Cesetti's in the pits. So Cesetti aborts that lap for now. We'll see if she decides to go out again. Erkki Nyt, the Estonian driver, is just about to finish his lap as he's P23 at the moment. Not the greatest start to Formula E it's been for Erkki Nyt. He crosses the line, he goes P21. Anton Råberg reclaims the fastest time as Jake Tildesley, with a massive improvement, skyrockets up the order, and he goes P7. Tobias Schwulenberg crosses the line, only P19. What has happened, Schwulenberg? And he's only P19 just for the time being. Here's Aaron Curtis, though, having a bit of a friendly battle with the Rocket Ventura racing car of, I think that is Tunja Tornkonkum. Yeah, that's gonna... Curtis is on his outlap, though, so it's not holding too much. That was actually Talan Negali, not Tunja Tornkonkum. Aaron Curtis now, as he's having a bit of a battle here, as Huang Min Nguyen, what a lap from him, as the Mercedes driver gets himself up into 5th place. So that could be Nguyen into Superpole, as Adam Wolf is trying to get past Aaron Curtis here. Either way, Wolf is going to get held up on this lap for sure, as they make their way down the casino straight, the Droit au Casino, as it's called in French. Sorry for that. I should never attempt French pronunciation in my life ever again. As Remus McGregor will just start his lap now. Cesetti in the pit lane, so she will not be going out again. That's very surprising, but this is great news for Remus McGregor, really is, as he currently is in Superpole for provisional, obviously, and Cesetti currently P11, and she'll stay there, and Schwulenberg can only manage P20 at the moment, so this could be great news for Remus McGregor, as he's currently not on an improvement, but yeah, we'll see where he goes. Nick Tander improves, but he stays P5 for now. The two Envision Virgin Racing cars are looking really strong. Anton Robert there up at the top, taking pole or going fastest by about 1/10 of a second from Coleman Rus, and then Nick Tander there in P5 as Huang Ming Nguyen into the pit lane. I think he should be satisfied with his run, but it's going to be tight for him if he gets himself into Super Pole. Eric Adelberg, currently P7. Henry J. Brown is P19 at the moment. Let's see if he can improve on this lap. No, he does not. He stays P19. Eric Adelberg, the man from Switzerland. Let's see what he can manage. As he will cross the line now. And Adelberg does not manage an improvement, but the checker flag is now out. Waiting for 13 cars to cross the line. Aaron Curtis is the first man across. In the second Formula E race, let's see where he can qualify. P17, unfortunately, it is for Aaron Curtis. Can't really get himself out of there, unfortunately. Zedan Kaya is next across the line, the DTM race winner, obviously. He makes his way across the line, and he cannot improve. Tunja Torn Konkum and the boys behind, as I think that was Tobias Schwulenberg coming into the pit lane. So Schwulenberg's aborted that lap. He's going to start P21. It's an absolute disaster for the Porsche driver. As Tunja Torn Konkum across the line, he can't get himself into Super Pole just yet. Balint Jolga, the man in last place. Let's see if he can get himself out of last, as Neo seems to really be struggling. And he can actually. He gets himself up to P50, just ahead of his teammate Halil Shahin. As Henry J. Brown's on a lap here as well, I believe he is. Yes, he is. As he will make his way around the final chicane. Let's see if Henry J. Brown can improve from P20 on the grid. Where can he go? He does not improve. And that is the group stages done and dusted, everyone. It's Anton Robert goes fastest, and the 8 who make it into Super Pole are Coleman Rus, Ari Soilu, Remus McGregor, Nick Tander, Huang Ming Nguyen, Eric Adelberg, and Jake Tildesley. So very, very interesting then, as we have a very unusual top 8. A very interesting qualifying session then. I think the biggest talk around the grid will be that Tobias Schwulenberg starts P22. That's a massive shame for him, as I think he just didn't get the grips with the circuit, and he's going to be starting quite low. So I don't think there's going to be any points, unfortunately, for the German today. That is great news, though, for Chisetti and especially Remus McGregor. Chisetti, who's now starting P11 for the race. He could be in for some points today, but Remus McGregor is into Super Pole. He still has a chance for pole today, so it could be very, very good from him today. Huang Ming Nguyen, who got himself into the Super Pole as well, so he'll be hoping to challenge for pole now with Mercedes. So we'll see what he's capable of. And then you got Anton Robert, who topped the timing sheets in the group stages. We'll see if he can manage much of the same here in qualifying in Super Pole, as his teammate Nick Tander is gonna be the first man out on track as he just exits the pit lane. Nick Tander, obviously, who had a pretty okay IndyCar campaign last year. He scored 1 pole position. Unfortunately, that was he could not convert that into a race win. So yeah, it did not amount to much, unfortunately. But yeah, he had some all right. He scored some all right points during his time in IndyCar, and now he is here competing in Formula E for Envision Virgin Racing. Obviously, EVR have not had the strongest start to the season, especially Anton Råberg, who's struggled to get to grips with, who's just struggled to get to grips generally. But he seems to be on the pace here at the circuit Gilles Villeneuve, so we'll see if he can manage anything good today. As Tander makes his way down the casino straight. Just about to start his lap as everyone is just making their way. Everyone just making their way around the circuit on their out lap. So you can just see the Geox Dragon of Eric Adelberg. As Nick Tander will start his lap now on board for a lap of the Circuit Gilles Villeneuve with Nick Tander then. So across the line to start the lap onto the first corner. Then on to turn to this snaily section, as I think Pausa would call it. Turn 2, Virage Senna, named after the late, great Ayrton Senna. Now on to turn 3, the braking zone. You could see some nice overtakes into here. And then carry it on through turn 4. Then this little kink, counted as turn 5. Then on to turn 6, another chicane. Then through turn 7, as you unleash the power. It's a little straight here. Then you go down to turn 8 here. You can use the curb on turn 9 there. And now he makes his way onto the hairpin, probably the trickiest corner on the circuit, as he unleashes those 250 kilowatt power of the Formula E car. Through turn 10, this little kink as well is counted as turn 11. Then there's a tiny one here as well. In my opinion, it shouldn't even be counted as a corner, but this is turn 12. Down the casino straight. And onto the final corner, turn 13. This little chicane, very, very tight chicane. And then turn 14 on that outside wall there, obviously the Wall of Champions, it is called. And then just across the line, and it's a 141.795. So that was a lap of the Circuit Gilles Villeneuve with Nick Tander. Eric Adelberg goes faster though. Coleman Russ goes faster than the two of them. We'll see if he can manage anything. The man who was on provisional pole, or the man who was fastest in the group stage, is Anton Råberg. Let's see what he can manage. The man from Sweden who formerly competed under Russian nationality. As he will cross the line, and he's slowest out of the four at the moment. Jake Tildesley in the Panasonic Jaguar Racing. As he makes his way around the final corner, let's see what Jake Tildesley can do. As he will make his way across the line. And he goes slowest out of the bunch. Remus McGregor and then Ari Soilu are on laps as well. And then there's also Huang Ming Nguyen somewhere around there. As McGregor will make his way across the line. Let's see where Remus McGregor will manage to go. Between Tander and Råberg, that is Ari Soilu goes P2. And then let's wait for Huang Ming Nguyen as he crosses the line. He goes P3. So that's the 8 provisional times on the board then. Coleman Russ currently fastest from Ari Soilu, and then Huang Ming Nguyen in P3. Envision Virgin Racing not looking as strong as they were at the moment. Nick Tander though is going to cross the line. He goes P3. Currently P3 and P7. As Eric Adelberg, who's currently in 5th place. Let's see if he can manage an improvement. Cannot just yet. As Coleman Russ behind improves. He's currently on provisional pole by 0.3 of a second. That is absolutely incredible. Let's see if that gap is going to be brought down though, as Anton Råberg will make his way across the line. What can he do? Not much, as he does not improve just yet. Jake Tildesley He's gonna have another go here at the moment. He's into the pits. So Jake Tillisley has called it quits then. He will start P8. So a few guys might be coming into the pit lane now. Yeah, they just might be coming into the pits to try and... yeah, no, they're just gonna finish up. As McGregor's into the pits, so McGregor will start P6 at best. Ari Soilu. As there's the Huang Ming Nguyen coming into the pits. Let's see Ari Soilu then, as he will cross the line. Can he take pole away from Coleman Rus? He can't just yet. And he will start, and he won't improve. Nick Tander is not into the pits. He will continue this lap. So let's see where the man from Australia can put himself and if he will improve. As Tander will cross the line. It's an improvement for Tander, but he stays P3. Eric Adelberg, the man from Switzerland, the former DTM driver and race winner, will cross the line. Adelberg does not improve, neither does Coleman Rus behind, but I think he's already improved by enough. As Anton Råberg is on a lap here as well. I think he's just going to manage another one, actually, if he does finish that other one. Let's see if Råberg can improve, as he will cross the line, and he does! He goes P2! So that's a very good effort from Anton Råberg. He goes onto the front row. Ari Soilu is on the lap time here as well, as he's been knocked down to P3 by Anton Råberg. The checker flag is now out. There's about 5 cars we're awaiting to cross the line. Some are going to come into the pit lane, obviously, so we'll see if anyone can steal away the pole position from Coleman Rus. As Ari Soilu makes his way down the Casino Straight. Let's see if he can do anything, or if he's just going to come into the pits. No, he's going to finish this lap. So let's see, can Ari Soilu set an improvement as he will make his way across the line, and he can't improve. So Ari Soilu will stay P3. He is finished. I could have made a little pun there, but I won't. It's a very bad joke. Either way, Nick Tander is going to make his way across the line as well. Let's see if he can equal his teammate at least, or if he will just set an improvement. Where will Nick Tander go? He stays P4. Eric Adelberg is next across the line. So is Coleman Rus. So let's see as Adelberg will make his way across the line. P2 it is for Eric Adelberg. That is a good qualifying effort. Knocks Anton Råberg down to last place, as he is going to be the final car across the line. Can Anton Råberg reclaim that second place that he lost to Eric Adelberg? As he will make his way across the line. And there's an improvement, but it's not enough for Anton Råberg. He stays P3. So that means that for the first time in his career, Coleman Rus is on pole position at the Montréal ePrix. Very interesting qualifying session then, as it was a tight qualifying. Eric Adelberg and Anton Råberg separated by just hundreds of a second. And then you had Ari Soilu there in P4. Remus McGregor is P7. Either way, should be quite good for him in the big picture. So we'll see what McGregor can do today, as both of his championship rivals currently start outside of the points. So this is good news for Remus McGregor, and I have to say, what a junior career Remus McGregor is going through at the moment. DTM champion, and now is competing for the championship in Formula E. I have to say, this guy is really something. And then you got some of the more, and he's going up against experienced people as well. Tobias Schwulenberg is no stranger to Formula E. And Giulia Cesetti obviously has competed in Formula 1 and then IndyCar. So Yeah. McGregor only has DTM experience, and obviously he won in DTM. So as we're just waiting to go into the race, we'll be in there shortly, so don't worry. For everyone watching in chat, if you have any predictions or just people you're rooting for, make sure to put them in the stream chat below, and then we can discuss them. Obviously, it'll be nice to see what everyone's thoughts and opinions. But as we wait, I can guide you through the championship standings and the top 3 at the moment. So it's Giulia Chisetti for Nissan on 33 points. Then you got Tobias Schwolenberg for Porsche on 31 points. And then it's Remus McGregor in P3, looking to be the favorite at the moment as he is on 30 points. You got some of the guys there, at the back. Then you got Courtney Simpson on 26, Henry J. Brown on 21, then Ari Soile on 15. So that is going to be very interesting. Championship still very, very close, even though I only focus on the top 3. The guys a bit in the midfield at the moment could still have a chance. Obviously, it's only race 3 out of a 11 race season. As we're here now for the start of the Montreal ePrix. Let's go through the starting grid then before lights out at the Montreal ePrix. It's Coleman Russ who takes pole position. He will start P1 here at Montreal, and Eric Adelberg accompanies him on the front row. He starts P2. Anton Råberg, very, very good qualifying for him as he starts on 3rd place, followed by Ari Soile there in P4. Ari Soile in between the 2 Envision Virgin Racing cars. Nick Tanner starts in P5, followed by Hoang Minh Nguyen, the man from Vietnam, in P6, as Remus McGregor starts in P7, championship contender. Then it's Jake Tildesley in P8. Tony Tornkonkam starts in P9, followed by Nilo Alcide making his debut in 10th place. Alcide is going to go through a trial by fire as he has none other than championship leader Giulia Chisetti behind him. And then it's Courtney Simpson there in P12. Adam Wolf starts P11, followed by Talal Lugali in P14. The 2 Neos of Balin Jolga and Halil Shah in P15 and P16, followed by Matthew Falcon in 17th place. Then it's Aaron Curtis in P18, followed by Zedan Kaya in P19. Then Henry J. Brown in P20, Noah Clifton P21. Tobias Schwolenberg, P2 in the championship, starts in 22nd place. That is really not where he wants to be. And the final 2 spots on the grid are taken by the 2 Mahindras of Arad Chaudhary and Erki Nytt. So then, as we will get on the way with the race, Coleman Russ starts on pole for the first time in his career, as the lights are now coming on. Eric Adelberg in P2, as we're getting underway with the Montreal ePrix. 6 lights are on, and we are underway here at Montreal. Very good start there for Coleman Russ, as I think he's got the jump that he's needed to try to defend Adelberg into the first corner. Eric's going to try it though on the outside there, as into turn 2. Adelberg's got the inside line and he gets through on Coleman Russ as Eric Adelberg takes the lead of the Montreal ePrix into turn 2. Ari Soile up into P3 then, as there's a bit further dueling going on at the back. There's Aaron Curtis and Zedan Kaya going at it, as Aaron Kaya is going to have the inside line there as they head down to turn 6 now. There's Nguyen and Tander side by side, as Tander's going to have the inside line there, and that is going to be the move done for Nick Tander. Nilo Alcide has had a very, very good start, as he's already trying to make up places. He's trying to get past Remus McGregor. Look at this. These 2 dueling DTM, another dueling Formula E. Alcide on the inside line there, but he's going to have the outside into this corner, but I think they're just about side by side as Alcide dips a wheel into the grass. They're going to be side by side heading into the hairpin here, as Alcide is going to have the inside line there. Can McGregor defend the long way around, as Alcide is going to have the inside and he gets it done? He's actually up alongside his teammate Nguyen here now, as it was It was one overtake done. Can he do the second? As it could be a double overtake for the man from Finland. As he is gonna be racing his teammate down to the final chicane on the inside now, heading into turn 13. He's going to the outside to turn 14 then, as the two just wheel to wheel. Nguyen with the better exit, as they're gonna be side by side. Great racing we're being treated to here at Montreal, as I think Hwang Minh Nguyen is ahead. Alcide having a bit of a look though, and I think it is gonna be Nguyen just ahead, as Alcide has a look on the inside there of his teammate. But I think Nguyen is ahead enough to close that gap once again. And Nguyen just ahead. I think there's a bit too much there. As Adam Wolf now on the inside of Halil Shahin. Can't quite get that done just yet. But it's Eric Adelberg who leads from Colomon Rus. Giulia Cisetti's fallen down one position as Courtney Simpson's overtaking the Italian. Adam Wolf getting a bit on the grass there, as that's going to allow Halil Shahin to slip past. Remus McGregor's going to try it once again on Nilo Alcide into turn 8. As the Finnish driver really being put under pressure in its first ever Formula E race here at Montreal. McGregor having a look on the inside there as he switches lines, going back and forth, trying to find a way past him on the inside into the hairpin. Think this should be the move done for Remus McGregor, and he does get it done. So that is Remus McGregor back up into P6, but Nilo Alcide is trying to find a way past McGregor here now. As Alcide going back and forth, trying to make his way past Alcide, as he's going to line up on the inside of Remus McGregor here. On the outside, and he has to back out of that. Remus McGregor does remain ahead. Eric Adelberg, the race leader, as a fast lap, as Halil Shahin and Adam Wolf are going at it there at the back. And Shahin just ahead of the Brit at the moment. So he is ahead there at the moment, as Henry J. Brown and Erki Nytt are going side by side. Erki Nytt up yet another position as Tobias Schwulenberg is just not having a good time at all. P23 it is for the German. It's going to be a race to forget for him, as Henry J. Brown is looking for a way past Erki Nytt. He's very, very close to the Estonian at the moment. There's the two Diaz Tachitas of Noah Clifton and Zedan Kaya, who are battling for P19, as Ankaya is going to have the inside line there of his more experienced teammate Noah Clifton. No, that's wrong. Both of them competing DTM, but Clifton's going to try and get past Ankaya there on the outside line. Is that going to really work? And it has not. He's not close enough to try it on Zedan Kaya just yet. As I think, these guys at the back still very, very close. I think Henry J. Brown is looking to try something on Erki Nytt here as they make their way through the hairpin. There is Henry J. Brown as he's defending from Tobias Schwulenberg there just at the back. As Brown down the casino straight now. No, not close enough, but Schwulenberg is going to try it then on Henry J. Brown on the outside. Can Schwulenberg succeed with this, as he's at least going to get some action today? Down to turn 1 as they will make their way across the line. Let's see if Tobias Schwulenberg can get Henry J. Brown into the first corner. As he's going to go on the outside of Henry J. Brown. Now he's got the inside line to Viraj Senna, and he gets it done. Nice move from Tobias Schwulenberg. Up into P22, obviously not the positions he would have hoped to be competing for, but at least he's up one position, where he's back up to where he started. Halil Shahin, in the meanwhile, he's caught up to Talal Nugali, who is in P15, as Shahin's gone wide. That's going to allow Adam Wolf to slip past, or try and slip past. Unsuccessful attempt though, as Halil Shahin does defend from Adam Wolf. As he's still very, very close to the man from Turkey. He's going to try it on the inside of Shahin now. As Shahin's going to have the outside line. Defend successfully from Adam Wolf in the Jaguar. And, very good defender from Halil Shahin then. As he's a bit He's doing a bit better than what he did in Dubai, so that is nice. But Adam Wolf's gonna have to defend from Aaron Curtis as Curtis sends one on the inside of Adam Wolf. The two still side by side. Then as Wolf is gonna be on the inside then, and he does successfully defend from Aaron Curtis. Very ambitious move that was from the young Irishman. He's gonna line up alongside Adam Wolf though into the final chicane. Gonna be Wolf on the outside line here, but he's got the inside line into the final corner here. I think that should allow him to get the advantage into onto the start finish straight, and it has. So Adam Wolf remains ahead of Aaron Curtis for now, as that gap that used to be a second to Eric Adelberg is now closed down to about 6 tenths of seconds, up to 7 again. But I think it's not as big as it used to be, as Henry J. Brown's looking for a way past Tobias Schwulenberg, but that might allow Abrar Chowdhury to try and get past the Portuguese driver, as Chowdhury is having a look on the inside line there, and it has not worked for the man from Pakistan just yet, but he is still quite close to Henry here, as he's going to have a look on the inside as well there, as Henry J. Brown goes wide again. But yeah, Chowdhury not able to get past just yet. Obviously Mahindra struggling quite a lot, it seems, in Formula E, as they did in 2017. Mahindra aren't really proving themselves to be the most competitive team out of the bunch. As Erkki Nyt, the man from Estonia, now having to defend from Tobias Schwulenberg. And yeah, we'll see if he can get past Schwulenberg now. As the up ahead is the two Diaz Tachitas of Noah Clifton and Zedan Kaya. So we'll see if any of these two could get involved in the mix, as they all make their way around the two final corners. Nick Tander now surprisingly has the fastest lap of the session. He's got about 1.1 seconds to his teammate Anton Råberg there in P4, so we'll see how that goes, as Ari Soilu could be on for another podium here today, as he's currently P3, overtook Anton Råberg there at the start. As Coleman Rus, look at this, he's actually caught up to Eric Adelberg a bit here, so I think he could maybe. I think Coleman wants to reclaim that lead from Eric Adelberg. As they make their way around turn 8 and turn 9. Ari Soilu could try and get involved in this battle as well, so could Anton Råberg. So it's almost a four-way battle for P1 here, which is very, very interesting. As down the main straight they go. Still a bit dispersed, the top four is at the moment. But yeah, the guys at the back a bit further close. I think we're going to see racing here in a few laps time, I would presume. But at the moment it's Eric Adelberg who leads. And I do also believe that Eric Adelberg will... it's going to be nice for him. Obviously he won in DTM and he now wins in Formula E, as Niro Alciden has set the fastest lap. Henry J. Brown, who's chasing down Tobias Schwulenberg, who's not really making up any gains on Erkki Nyt just ahead. We'll see if Brown will make his way past Schwulenberg very soon. As they head on to turn 6 and turn 7. Here's Anton Råberg, obviously the man who formerly competed under the name Anton Orlov and under Russian nationality. now competes under his real name and Swedish nationality. He's had a pretty, obviously, if for those ACOC history nerds, if there are any that do remember, Anton Råberg made his debut in Formula E back in 2017 for Venturi Racing. He was replacing Rosetta Martinez at Venturi, and he made his debut. Obviously, it was a pretty modest season for him, nothing very spectacular. Then he did IndyCar in 2018. I believe he scored a podium somewhere, but I don't. Once again, wasn't anything too special. Obviously, he was fielding a one-car entry for 2018 for IndyCar, and now he is in Formula E here and now. Noah Clifton, who is chasing down Zed Ankaya. Both of these guys, obviously former DTM drivers. These guys competed in DTM alongside each other. Ankaya, obviously, who was very, very strong in DTM. He took a bunch of race victories. I believe he took 2 wins, and that is in a eight calendar in an 8 race season. So it was very, very dominant from him. But unfortunately, a lack of consistency saw Remus McGregor taking the championship with him. It was a very close championship fight. For those who remember, that was a very, very fun race, or very fun season. You had Eric Adelberg, who's currently leading. Look at him now. You had Remus McGregor, who I believe, according to my calculations, will come home with the championship lead after this race. So, yeah. And then there was Zed Ankaya. So it was a very, 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 very interesting championship battle. Went down to the final race. Anton Råberg, who is chasing down Ari Soilu here. Soilu is losing time on Coleman Rusten in P2. So could we see Anton Råberg maybe making a move to try and retake that P3 from Ari Soilu? We will see, but for now, Råberg's just going to have to play the game of patience, and try and wait to get past Ari Soilu, but he can't wait for too long, as there's obviously 5 laps remaining in this Montreal ePrix. Coleman Russ obviously took pole here at Montreal, but it was Eric Adelberg with a nice move up the inside of Coleman Russ, who was able to take the lead into the first corner of lap 1, and he has led ever since. As Nilo Alcide, who's still trying to get Remus McGregor, but yeah, nothing's coming out of that just yet for Nilo Alcide. Either way, he's just going to have to... I think the most important thing for Alcide now is just to bring it home. As Ari Soilu actually has the fastest lap now, so that is interesting. Obviously, now we have 2 Finns in Formula E, as I did previously mention. Nilo Alcide and Ari Soilu. And here is the man from Jamaica, not Jafari Blackwood, obviously, Courtney Simpson, the OG Jamaican to compete in Formula 1. He's now chasing down Jake Tillisley for P10, as he is going to want to get into the points positions. Simpson behind has got his former Toro Rosso teammate Giulia Cisetti there in P12. as they make their way onto the hairpin. As we see the position gains from the start then, Adelberg, who I obviously mentioned, took the lead at the start of the race. He's up 1 position. Ari Soil was able to overtake Anton Råberg. He's up 1 position. Råberg down 1. Tanner Nguyen and McGregor stay where they are. Alcid up 2, so he's at a very good start. Tildesley down 2 though, so not as good for him. Courtney Simpson's gone up 1 as he was able to overtake Julia Cesetti at the start. Balint Jolga up 2 positions, so good stuff from him. Matthew Falcon up 1, Nugali down 1. Shahin stays where he is, as Anton Råberg now is the fastest lap. Shahin stays where he is. Adam Wolf, down 4 positions. That is not nice for Adam Wolf. Curtis and Kaya stay where they are. Clifton and Nytt. Clifton is up 1, Nytt is up 3 as he started P24. Schwulmer stays where he is, and then Brown and Chowdhury are down 1. Anton Råberg is now set the fastest lap of the race. Is he catching to Aris Soilu? Gap is staying about the same of where it used to be, but Aris Soilu is actually catching up to Koloman Rus in P2, so there could be a battle coming up shortly. As here's Matthew Falcon. For those who remember, Matthew Falcon made his ACOC debut at this track in 2018 in IndyCar. He made his debut for Harding Racing alongside the man who's currently in P3, Aris Soilu, whom he was teammates with. So, yeah, he made his debut at this track. So, yeah, it's a bit symbolic for Falcon to come back here. As Falcon, who is chasing down Balint Jolga, the former Formula 1 driver. But to no avail at the moment. Tobias Schwulenberg in P22 as he's trying to chase down Erki Nytt. But yeah, as it goes a bit wide into turn 2, and that's not very nice for him, as it's going to be a weekend to forget for Schwulenberg. He's going to fall down the championship order for sure. Same goes for Julia Cesetti, who was hoping for a bit better today, but she is going to stay P12, I think, with 2 laps to go. But yeah, there's still 2 laps to go. Anything can still happen. So we will see what happens, as the battle for second place has now kicked off in the dying stages of the race. Kolomarus versus Aris Soilu versus Anton Råberg. As these three will go at it. We'll see if they do actually go at it, but yeah. As they make their way onto the final corner here. Past the wall of champions. As they head down into the first corner. Remus McGregor, look at that. Remus McGregor set the fast lap for a tiny bit, but now Jake Tildesley's taking it away. That is very surprising. Jake Tildesley setting the fastest lap. So that is nice for him at least. As we watch Anton Råberg as he's closing in on Aris Soilu, very close to the back of that Porsche. He's got about 2 laps to, or 1.5 almost, to make a move on the man from Finland. So we'll see if he can do it and reclaim that podium from the man in the Tag Heuer Porsche. as they head down into the chicane. Or not the chicane, sorry, the hairpin. Turn number 10. Robert a bit slower in the third sector, so that's good news for Ari Soilu, as he's going to be able to put up much better defense to Robert, especially in these final few corners. Just has to focus about catching Koloman Rus. As Eric Adelberg, the race leader, will just cross the line now to start the final lap of the Montreal ePrix, as everyone makes their way around turn 1 for one final time this race. Anton Robert now is gonna have to hope to find an opportunity to make a move, and we'll see if he does so, but at the moment it isn't looking very likely. And he is closing on Soilu here, but yeah, as I said, can't find any opportunity to make a move. As they head on to the hairpin for one final time, it's probably going to be the prime opportunity for Robert to try it, but he doesn't try it. And I think that is going to be Ari Soilu who's going to come home with the podium for Porsche. Koloman is going to come home P2, and this man, Eric Adelberg from Switzerland. Yeah, so Eric Adelberg, obviously a DTM race winner, and now as he rounds the final corners, he will become a Formula E race winner. Eric Adelberg will see the checker flag first, and Eric Adelberg wins the Montreal ePrix. He becomes a race winner in both DTM and Formula E. Remus McGregor comes on P7 to take the championship lead with him, as everyone else is just crossing the line there. Tobias Schulenberg, what a shame for him. Such a horrid weekend, as everyone is across the line. And there we go. That's all she wrote for Montreal today. Eric Adelberg takes the victory here at Montreal. Congratulations, Eric, as he wins. He is now a winner in 2 tiers. Koloman Rus could not win from pole today. He gets P2, still a podium for the Slovakian. So I guess it is. Good. Ari Soilu is P3, followed by Anton Råberg in P4. Could not get the podium for him today, unfortunately. Nick Tander P5, so it's good points for Envision Virgin Racing. Huang Ming Nguyen finishes P6, followed by Remus McGregor in P7, and then Niro Alsi, then P8, both Mercedes scoring points. And then Tunja Torn Kongkum in P9, and Jake Tilsley got the fastest lap there. He finishes P10. Courtney Simpson P11, followed by Julia Chisetti in P12, Balen Jolga P13, then Matthew Falcon. Then it is Talal Nagali P15, then Halil Shahin in P16, Adam Wolf P17, followed by Aaron Curtis in P18, and the 2 cheats of Zed Ankaya and Noah Clifton. The final 4 are Erke Nytt, Tobias Schulenberg, Henry J. Brown, and Abrar Chowdhury. So that is it then for Formula E today. Thanks so much for watching. It's been a very exciting race. Before I go, I will give out driver of the day. My driver today would go to Eric Adelberg. Did very, very well. Opportunistic move on the inside of Koloman Rus and held the lead for the entire race. Drove beautifully. So very well done, Eric Adelberg. You earned driver of the day. But that is it then for Formula E today. Thanks so much for watching. HOC will return next week when we visit the Circuit Gilles Villeneuve once again, but this time for Formula 1. So we will see you at the Canadian Grand Prix next week. I'll be Miran LG. Thanks so much for watching once again. Congratulations to Eric Adelberg on the victory. And yeah,